What is up, Obscure Mic people? I'm excited. Why? I don't know. I just am. Probably just because I've gotten a lot of studio time lately, and it makes me happy. Today, as you can see in the thumbnail, it's starting to piss me off. I want everything to be discreet, but it can't be. People need to be able to find the videos. But we're going to check out the... Come on, finger. You ever just finger something wrong? Woo! Yeah. Fingering's underrated. Like this. This is what I'm talking about. Like fingering letters, words. Underrated, man. Just think about fingering more. It's such a fun word. I finger you. Point my finger right at you. Lekato is not going to like this video now. MW-1 5.8 gigahertz wireless microphone system. They did send this over for the sake of the review. And stuff like this excites me. I like, wireless stuff, this and that, XLR to USB-C, which I've got so many projects I want to work on involving gear I've already done, but do it in different ways. And, there's only so much time in a day. Let's take a look at this stuff. All right. So when you unbox the MW-1 wireless microphone system, I got to remember to turn this light back on. We're going to turn that off. You got to remember to turn it back on. Okay. So you get a double-headed, that's what she said, USB-A to micro. What the fuck? Okay. That aside, we've got the receiver and the transmitter here. I'm sure there was some documentation, but only God knows where it's at now. These are really nice, just for size comparison here. My hand, which I do have some big mitts, but this is the Lekato wireless system in them. This is all metal right here, and then we get to some plastic, but it does feel fairly high quality. So, yeah, you got your innie, you got your outie, and you just put them together, and you make a little Lekato baby. Oh, hell yeah. But dynamic only, rechargeable. One of the nicer sets I've held in my hand. That's what that's what he said. And I'm pretty impressed with the build quality. I like what Lekato has done here, which I would be, a little goofy goobered if I didn't tell you that I have seen other sets that look exactly like this with different brand names on it. But Lekato sent me stuff before, and the Lekato stuff has worked out pretty well. So let's just say that these are Lekatos, and then they sell them to other people to put letters and numbers on them that don't form an actual word, and then you try to pronounce it. Like, hey, you want to try out my new wireless set? It's from X79B. Let's hook this up, so I'll shut up. That doesn't make sense. I'm going to keep talking. All right, before I plug these into the SM58 here, I'm going to be quiet just so you can get a noise floor comparison. Getting quiet now. Okay, and now we're using the wireless transmitters. Kind of unfortunate that I've got I didn't take this out of the, Okay, now we'll hand hold it. So you got some lights going on here, all that good stuff. You got an indicator light here. I believe that is to change through 4 different channels. This is what the microphone sounds like with this wireless setup. I've got the other part going into my Yamaha AG06 Mark II. Sound like Peyton Manning there. Yamaha hike. And I will say, I got a lot of noise here, but I'm going to be quiet. It doesn't seem to come through as bad in the recording itself. So I think, at least listening back, these are not super noisy recording-wise. Now, in the headphones, it is pretty noisy, and it sounds tonally a lot different than when I had it wired up, but I think that is something to do with the monitoring and these wireless things and creating just a slight delay. And I mean minimal, like all those very cheap interfaces on Amazon, that kind of minimal delay in the monitoring. overall, the recordings I've listened to, they sound pretty good, and this is pretty impressive. Now, as for price on these, they're $109 on Amazon with an $11 coupon as of this recording. $11. I'd never seen that before. Literally exactly an $11 coupon, taking them under $100. So if wireless is important to you and you think these sound pretty good with minimal noise, again, I'll be quiet, then this may be worth getting to you. Now, I do have another set of wireless XLR adapters coming up on the channel, but let's switch over to something else. We don't have 48 volts phantom power with this set, right? But we do in the Obscure Mic Studio, which is really just a love shack for two middle-aged horny people. Don't bring a black light in here. I've got handheld electric condensers that are battery powered. So that didn't work. We'll hook up the wireless system to this, and that battery powered may bring our noise floor down even more. I don't know. I again, on the recording, not much of a noise floor to be had, but in headphones, whoo, it's mic up again. That's Bronson's line. Now we are using, hopefully that's not, no, that's good. Now we're using the Sony ECM 260F. Something I noticed when I unplug these, the noise is still there. So it's not like it's from driving the SM58, which now that I think about it, pretty good. It's more of just some kind of other issue. Again, if it doesn't come through the recording, I don't care because I hear myself fine. Everything's working out swimmingly. Yeah, it sounds like I'm at the ocean, but again, if the recording's good, I'm good as far as these type devices go. It's not like I'm going to do professional audio reviews ever. But if I did do professional audio reviews, it's not like I'm going to use a wireless set to do them. This is more for all kinds of other good stuff. But this works good, battery powered, good to go. Let's give it a rating and move on with our lives, so I can get back to loving in the shack. We'll get back on the SM58 for the sake of the review on the BB-SAR. Less than $100 seems to do the job. On the BB-SAR, we're going to give the Lekato, Dono Morigato, Mr. Lekato, MW-1 wireless microphone system. We're going to give this, I think, an 8. I think it's a very strong buy because I've tested a lot of these and most of them are noisy as hell. This one seems to make recordings that are pretty darn decent. So for that reason, I think they're definitely worth a buy. I'm not exactly sure what you want to use them for, but me personally, these would go in my carry bag, and I would probably use these with the little interface rigged up to my phone on a tripod to make a video on the go or a podcast on the go, and just kind of say, screw the wires. Like, I'm cool with that, as long as it sounds good, which, in my opinion, on the recordings I've done and listened back to, it sounds plenty good. Good job, Lekato. I like it. I like it a lot. With that being said, I'm going to hop off here, record the other XLR wireless set to be released for whoever, whenever, wherever. We'll always be together. I'll be here and you'll be there. I don't know the rest of the lyrics, but Shakira, Shakira. I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.